there, my name is Cupicate, and welcome back to WolfQuest, The Lost Brother with Teo. So in the last episode, it was a hard one. Teo lost Stardust. Seraphine did not pass, which I think was a good thing, because I do believe that Teo probably favorites Seraphine since she is literally named after Seraph. But he's still heartbroken. He's hurt and he's angry, but at the same time he's laying here kind of asking Eartha why. Why so young? He knows that from his teachings that Eartha the goddess is the giver and taker of life. She gives the life, but in the end she always takes it back. The cycle of it. He understands that, and I don't think that he truly grasps that teaching until now, having lost Stardust. Even losing Seraph, as painful as that was, in his mind it's like, of course, Seraph was old. She was saying that she was gonna die, even though he had a hard time admitting that it was that close. He still understands that age plays a part, but Stardust was just a pup. And so that he just can't wrap his head around, and he's upset. He's now left his pups with Sundance, and she's probably hurt knowing that he's gone. But I do think that in her heart she knows he's still very young and his age is showing, his inexperience is showing. This is the first time he's ever experienced something like this, and he's upset. But he has this beaver right here because he knows that he needs to do something to kind of apologize to Sundance and bring something to her and to his family. Even though his pups can't eat meat yet, this is more for Sundance than anything. But before we go into that, we are going to take our dice here, and we're gonna roll to see what difficulty we're playing on today. Okay, I landed on 3, so we're staying on accurate. Oof. I was so hoping that Teo would get a little bit of a break. So we're gonna pick up this carcass and he's gonna go back and deliver this to Sundance as an apology. We are back and Teo's coming in. He's going to lay this down for Sundance. He knows the pups can't have it, but he's gonna let her eat out of it first and probably play with the pups a little bit. They are hungry, so hopefully Sundance will accept this apology in order to feed the pups. Oh, Seraphine, you're so far, love. Come on. Come on. Stay with the group. Okay, good. She is eating it. Excellent. Aw, she only ate a little bit of it. Okay, so Teo will have some. Aw, see, Sundance is trying to cheer him up. That's so sweet. Oh my gosh. Aw, I love to see that. I absolutely love to see that. So Teo's doing a little bit of play. I feel like his play right now probably is a little numb. Like, he's going through the motions. But even in his mind, even though this is so painful having lost Stardust, he's looking at his other pups like, I don't want to lose them either. So inside, he's super conflicted. There's like a battle going on between, I need to stay here with these pups. I don't want them to feel like I've abandoned them. But at the same time, he's kind of like, I don't want to get too close, you know? And that's more of a subconscious thing. I don't think he's consciously thinking, I don't want to get too close to them because they could all die. I think it's more subconscious than anything. But he feels that. He feels that urge to run. But also, he doesn't want anything else to happen to these babies. I love that Sundance enjoys singing. I really do. So Teo still knows he has the responsibility to feed them too. That doesn't end just because he's having some inner turmoil. He still has the responsibility, and these pups love him so much. Even though he's been kind of a kind of close, kind of distant dad. Like, they're still like, oh my gosh, it's dad. They seem really close to him. We don't really have much of wanderers. I've had Moondancer wander a little bit at the other den. Seraphine was wandering just then, but now look at how close she is. I love that Sundance kind of walks around the pups and watches them really closely. All right, let's go ahead and give them a nap. Teo really needs some sleep. The pups ate, so they're nice and full. Sundance got a little bit of nibble off of the beaver. I think it was really sweet that she took a few bites and she was like, you need this too. You could just see that. You need this too. They truly are a great pair. Sniffing the air. Oh! Oh dear. That's what I was worried about. Oh no. Please, pups. Please. Where is it? I don't even see it. Oh dear. Bastion. Bastion. Okay. 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 Wow. I think that's the first time I've had pups actually kind of listen during an eagle attack. That made me nervous though. Oh my goodness. Okay, but Teo's kind of mad at Bastion right now. Like, how dare you run from me? So now I'm trying to decide how Teo would feel about hunting. I want to make sure, you know, that I'm playing him according to his personality. The hard part about his personality is he's so back and forth, right? So he's still grieving right now, and he wants to be close to his family, but he doesn't. It's true, like, I'm having even a hard time describing it. But Sundance wants to come with him. So he's walking away. He didn't even invite her, but she's like, I think we should go together. So they're gonna hunt together. I think that's cool that Teo didn't ask her to come, but she's coming, and he's like, he can't bring himself to tell her to leave even now. It's really kind of cute. It's cute, and it's sad because he is truly struggling. He doesn't know whether to tell her to leave or to stay. But that loss of Stardust, he needs her company. He needs her company. Okay. We could try hunting a mule deer. I don't smell any elk for some reason. It looks like I caught the scent of elk, but I have also caught the scent of stranger wolves pretty heavily. It's a little nerve-wracking. I think we're gonna go ahead and strengthen here. Seems like they're pretty close. Not good. It's almost like they're in the territory. They may not be, though. Looks like we found the herd, and they're already running. Now, the problem is that they're running in a direction we don't want them to run into. Oh no, that one fell! Oh no! Ow! I shouldn't have... dang it. Dang it. Oh, that would have been awesome. One of them actually fell, but we kind of missed it and then got ran over. Poor Teo was distracted. Oh dear, but there goes Sundance. She's pretty hungry, so hopefully she'll help us out just a little bit here. This is good. I would love to see another one fall. So they did add that. The elk can fall now, which is pretty neat. Oop, that one must be really low. She stopped. She is. Look at that. Yes. Is that the one that fell? So sometimes they can take damage when they fall. It is possible, if that's the one that fell, that they took a substantial amount of damage, because that's the lowest I've seen an elk in a while. Even when you find them pretty low, they still have about double that amount of health. But that may not have been the one that fell. This was a good find, though. I'm sure Teo feels a lot better after having found this. He's gonna go ahead and mark it. Excellent. Alright, Sundance is still eating. He's gonna wait for her, but I think that he will likely send her back and work on territory. So this is the balance of Teo. He wants to spend time with his family, but he also needs space. Go home, Sundance. She was not sure what she wanted to do. Okay. So, due to the pups being sick and everything, unfortunately, our territory is looking pretty bad. It's not small, but the hexes we do have are really, really low. So, Teo's gonna have to do some fixing over here. Moon Dancer, what are you doing all the way over here, silly? There we go. Flop. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Teo took a few places from Junction Butte, but they were pretty strong tonight. They were running around. They even took... What happened? Oh no, someone else is sick. Anyways, they I had a hex at 100% and they took it all the way down to 40-something%. Bastion, no! I'm glad my minor injury healed. Well, this is not good. So far, we have had 3 sick pups, and we're really still only at 12 pounds. Out of 5 pups, that's interesting. And Sundance is a 4-star mate, so that's kind of shocking, to be honest. Our litter is very light. Luckily, Bastion is a darker coat, but so was Stardust, and that did not save her. Oh, goodness. Teo is not having luck with sickness right now. Sickness is not on his side, unfortunately. I'm glad Seraphine is better. She's pretty much immune to sickness now, but this, whatever this is getting passed from pup to pup, and so Teo is having to deal with this over and over and over again. And I wonder if he feels like he's being punished or what's going on, but I'm sure he's very, very mad that this is happening. Okay, pups. Let's see. Bastion, you need a little more food. Yes, you need a little more food. So here's the thing, is that Teo spent a lot of time with Stardust and it still did not help her. Which is kind of a scary thought when you think about it, you know? There's nothing that he really could have done. And that does happen in the game. It's sometimes you do everything right and the pup will still die. It's a matter of percentage and chance, and unfortunately, it wasn't in the numbers. Eartham. Oh my gosh, trying to chase a rabbit. Not yet. Not yet, you're too young. You're too young. Let's do some play. Ooh, I hear wolves. I hear wolves. I hear wolves. Hold on. I hear wolves. And I happen to know that our territory to the north is not strong. It may be fine. It could have just been that I was really nervous, but still, I think it's all right. If that's the case, I'll probably... we'll see if Sundance follows. If she does, we'll go to the elk carcass and we'll try and focus on territory, but it looks like she's staying. So she knows with Bastion sick that somebody should stay, and it looks like she's made her choice. I think. Yeah. I think. Okay. Teo still needs to heal, so I think it's important that we make sure that he's getting well fed, and he will probably continue to work on territory. Is that a smart choice? No, not at all. Even though I want to make good choices for Teo, I'm still trying to make choices that I think fits his personality. And now that Bastion's sick, he's like, I don't know. I need to go. And I'm hoping that he'll realize that he needs to be back with Bastion as Bastion's health decreases. But I think right now he smells the sickness on him, and there's a sense of panic of, I'm going to lose another pup. And so he's distancing himself from that pain. He's distancing himself from the family he might lose. Oh, hi. I suppose we could see if there are any weak elk. We're really close to the den. We have one that's already down that we can eat from, though, so it seems like a waste of energy, but If they move, it could be worth it. No, it doesn't look like they're moving. They don't care. I'm just one little wolf and they are a mighty herd. So I made the decision to abandon this hunt. We have food that we can eat from for right now, and I think that Teo senses that his territory is weakening to the north. And that's making him afraid, but it's also something he can control. And a lot of things that happen with Teo is about control. Territory is something he can control. Sickness is something he feels like he can't control. And so since he can't control the fact that Bastion got sick, and to his knowledge, he can't really control whether he gets better or not, he can only maybe help. He's going to take the option of the thing that he can control, and that is territory. I will say this is one thing I do genuinely wish they would implement a little bit into the game, is that if you leave your mate at the den, I wish it would count towards helping the pup get better, because it's still a parent there. So in my mind, why wouldn't one of the parents also help the pup get better by staying there? Did I pass? I did pass the food as I was talking. There it is. Yay! And it still has plenty on it too, which is great. That's really good. We will probably take a meat chunk off of this to take back to Sundance, since most of the territory strengthening we'll be doing won't require howling. But yes, I think it should be something they implement eventually. I don't know how that works game mechanic wise. I'm not a game developer. It could be something extremely difficult to implement where the mate does count towards the pup healing. But I do think that it should be something if possible. Did I grab a meat chunk? I didn't. Me ranting and raving and I'm forgetting to play the game. Okay, Elk, I need a meat chunk, please. Because you probably won't be here tomorrow. Run, bunny! But yes, it's something I would like to see, because in a way, you are sacrificing a little bit by not being with your mate. So having a mate stay at the den not only keeps the pups from resting most of the time, because they're always there, it also means you don't have a partner for hunting. So I think that if you're going to sacrifice that to leave a mate at the den, yes, your affinity also doesn't go down, which is a great plus. I do think that your mate should count towards the pup healing. And if that is something they've added and I just don't remember, please let me know. But I think that is still something they have not added, and I'm really hoping that they do add it at some point in a later part of the game. So Teo's done quite well with some strengthening, although I have to tell you, I'm looking up into Crevice Lake, and because I personally have issues with Crevice Lake, seeing all of that red makes me so uncomfortable. I cannot even with how uncomfortable that makes me. And you can see they're actually probably in this hex right here, and they're trying to whittle these down, which makes me nervous because we're right here. We're right here. So if Teo really wants to start, I don't know, come in and start whittling this back down, he's gonna have to really move his pups, and maybe he will do that. But again, moving the pups, I know, is extremely dangerous. It's extremely dangerous because there's so many bad things that can happen with that. But at the same time, if we move them a great distance, then Bastion has a better chance of healing. So I don't know, it might be a good idea to sleep and move the pups because it gets Teo closer to his goals of trying to convert Junction Butte. Even though it's a dangerous move, he may not see it that way. They do only have 4 pups right now because we did lose Stardust. So maybe it won't be as difficult, but I'm seriously considering, I'm thinking it's entirely possible that Teo's like, let's move again. Let's just move. Like, that's gonna be his thing. Anything goes bad, let's move. All right, let's see. Oh, I was gonna give that to Sundance. Here you go. There you go, babies. I've got plenty of food. Oh, good. Sundance is gonna eat that. Did she eat it? Eat it, love. Eat it. Good. The pups weren't too hungry either. She's thinking about it. She's like, I want to eat it. But let's let the pups eat first, and then I'll eat it. Maybe. Seraphine, you're really far. You're really far. I know affinity's low, but that's just a little too far. That's just a little too far. Okay. Now I think we're probably just gonna plop down for a nap next to Bastion. I know doing that is dangerous, but like I said, Teo's a little naive, and he has this whole plan that he's gonna move them. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move them. Oh gosh. Oh, Bastion is just plummeting in health right now. That's really scary. He even has a dark coat. Ugh. It's very scary. Eartham? What? My goodness, you slept out there all by yourself. Why? Have my thumb ready? Do I smell anything? I don't really. So that's good. Do I smell stranger wolves? I think we'll call them in real quick just to check. And then we will probably move them. Alright, we're gonna move the pups. Once I'm sure they're all fed. Eartham. Goodness. Not eating. Huff. We did a lot of moving with Dawn, so I feel like I could be kind of prepared for this. But I'm thinking about moving them possibly all the way down here. And I know that y'all are probably yelling at me like, why on earth would you do that? But remember, Teo still has the goal to convert all of Junction Butte, and this is where most of them are down here. So he's feeling that pressure to do that, as well as he just needs to move. This is all he can think of to do right now with Bastion being sick. We have had so many dens. Oh no! We started at the Pebble Den. We moved to another temporary den, I think. And then... Goodness. Alright. Here we go. At least we're not injured. We know we can carry Bastion. This is what we're gonna do. And it's dangerous and probably stupid, but this is what we're doing. So here we go. Alright, I have them in the grass. The affinity is not great, but if we leave Sundance here, I'm gonna see if we can't go nibble off the rest of this elk carcass, because we're not too far. Okay, she did stay. Excellent. Whew. I'm nervous because Bastion's sickness is so bad, and we're carrying him a long way, but he still hasn't recovered yet, unfortunately. So this is getting a little concerning, especially since we may have to sleep. We are back with the pups. Teo's gonna give this to Sundance. Hopefully she'll eat it. And then we're gonna spend as much time as we can with these babies, try and raise affinity, but we may have to plop down and sleep right in this grass and just pray that Bastion makes it one more night. And then maybe, just maybe tomorrow while we're moving them, he might heal. Teo's trying everything. He's even going against his own, just like panic and fear, just trying to coax Bastion out. I think Teo at this point would be holding back his anger, even though he is terrified right now. He's trying so hard to get Bastion to come out. And it's funny, it's really funny to me how Teo would go this way, because I think about like Dawn, right? And it's such a shame how we lost Dawn because we got so far with her having the no den challenge. But even though she cared about her pups so much, I think if a pup had died of sickness, it's not that she wouldn't be heartbroken, but I think it would be so easy for her to take the well, survival of the fittest. Like, she'd be hurt, but she'd still just know, like, well, it wasn't meant to happen. The pup wasn't meant to make it. If it wasn't strong enough to fight the sickness, then it wouldn't have survived anyway. And Teo, being so young and inexperienced, like, with his abandonment issues even, I think he almost takes it personally, but he doesn't really know who to blame. Oh my gosh, he's just not getting better. Oh, this is not good. Teo is fully healed, so he's gonna feed them. It's still moving day. Oh no. Oh, Bastion, this is not good, y'all. I know I kept saying over and over and over again, Eartham, for the love of all things. I know that I keep saying that I'm waiting for Teo's story to kind of come to a close to know how he's going to be when it comes to what happens next. If he loses another pup, this could be detrimental to a good path storyline. You know, I kind of try and do things based off of how characters' lives go. And just like in video games, how sometimes there's the good ending and the bad ending and like the neutral ending, all of that literally depends on Teo. Whether there's a good ending, a bad ending, or a neutral ending really depends on Teo. Alright, we're gonna pick up Bastion and we're just gonna keep moving. Oh my gosh! Oh, they were coming for Moondancer. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad we caught that. Oh, still though, y'all, this is not good. This is really not good. I know this episode's gonna be another long one, but I need to know whether Bastion makes it or not. It's looking less and less likely. Like I said, I've seen pups recover from like 2%. I've seen it happen. I know it can happen, but like he's not even eating. Oh, good. Eat. I'm starting to rethink my options here. I do know that Castle Rock Den is not too far from here, and I'm thinking about possibly taking them there. Again, even though Teo hasn't discovered it, I feel like it's another den that maybe Seraph had told him about. And so we might, because I know I had a litter there with her at the Castle Rock Den, so we might change gears and go in that direction just a little bit. Because it's a little bit closer of a den. Oh, Bastion, please hang in there, buddy. Hang in there, buddy. Come on. Seraphine, why are you trailing behind? Oh, they're tired. I think we're literally just gonna have to lay here with Bastion and just hope. Come on, Bastion. Come on, buddy. Teo's just holding him. Oh, you guys. Oh, this is a travesty. 2%. Oh my goodness. I don't think he's gonna make it. I really don't think he's gonna make it. Oh goodness. I think Teo's just saying one last prayer. He can probably feel Bastion fading. I'm just gonna sleep and see if maybe sleep does it. Nope. Oh my goodness. I think the saddest part about this is that, I mean, you could maybe say that I wasn't spending enough time with Stardust, but Bastion really should have survived. I mean, we carried him that whole way. I have never had this much bad luck with sickness. I don't know if they increased the death rate of sickness. I have never had this much bad luck. I've had playthroughs where I've had all the pups like, not all of them, but close to all of them get sick, even in multiplayer, and they'll recover. And not on easy. I know they can't die on easy, but this is just really, really bad luck for Teo. And it's not good for our story, guys. He's gonna be going down a really, really bad path this way. It makes me mad because like I said, I thought spending that much time with him, like I have an hour and 15 minutes over here on my recording. So I can track how much time I've spent with him, which means that the odds just were not in their favor. But that's 2 pups to sickness. I have like never had that happen. I think what we're gonna do is, well, this is not a good time, bub. This is really bad for you. Yeah, this is really bad for this wolf right now. Why do these wolves keep showing up after Teo loses a pup? So right now, Sundance was howling in the background quite a bit, and I imagine she's just like calling Teo, like, don't do it, like, don't do this, like, it's okay, and she's begging him not to do this. Bunny, you are in the way, you brat. And Teo just doesn't hear it. He is enraged right now. This wolf showed up and tried to take one of his babies, and he's already lost 2 children to sickness. He's just toying with this wolf right now. And he doesn't even care if he gets injured. He is intending to kill right now. And he's not letting the wolf escape either. He keeps cornering it. This is not good. Like I said, Teo is enraged and he is letting his fire take over. Yeah, Sundance keeps howling and she's just begging him to come back and stop, and he's not letting this go. This wolf is definitely running slower. I'm surprised it's not injured. I was trying to see if it had an injury. I don't think it does yet. Oh, now Teo really has this wolf cornered. Oh, jeez. This poor wolf can't even get away anymore. Guys, this wolf is not gonna make it. And that's that. Whew. I know that it seems like a senseless kill, and in some ways it is. This is Teo's rage taking over. You know, that wolf didn't even really deserve this, death at all. Honestly, this wolf was probably just walking up to see who Teo and Sundance were and trying to scout, which is still bad. I imagine when the wolves come up to the pups, they're scouting kind of to see like where our wolves are position wise, to go back and get reinforcements possibly. So that's how I always view when wolves are coming to either the den or wherever we are, as they're scouting to see if they can't go get reinforcements. So in Teo's mind, and with that perspective, he thinks this is justified. He's like, I'm protecting my family. I don't want you going back and telling your pack where we are and how many pups I have and how many pups I've lost. So he can justify this in his rage, but what he can't get from that rage is that, like Aspen, killing these wolves is a challenge to those packs. And so if they find their dead pack member, you know, it's kind of like Crevice Lake. Are they gonna retaliate? And now that Teo's rage is out of control, this story, we're going more and more towards the bad ending, you know. I say bad ending like it's an ending, but it's an ending that doesn't have the peaceful outcome. you know. So I guess I could say it's more like we're leaning more towards a war ending rather than a peace ending, because Teo has now let the rage come through. I'm not saying that anything can't change that. Sundance herself is a good balance. She was calling him back, she didn't help him. And so the fact that I saw that in Sundance alone, her not helping him, she could go against his rage. So her alone could still turn this around. His other 3 pups growing up healthy could still turn this around. So then there's still an option there for a peaceful or a neutral ending to Teo's story. But the more things that happen, the more pups he loses, the more he doesn't get his goal of pushing his beliefs onto Junction Butte. If that doesn't happen, we lean more and more towards neutral to war. So just to give you a little more idea of where I'm going and why Teo's story itself is so very important, because based on what happens determines how the Snagglefang pack, the Phoenix pack, and the Ovarian pack move forward. So peace, neutral, or war. That is kind of where we're going. Now with that, we have gone way over time today. Way over time, but I needed to see this through. So I appreciate you guys hanging with me with such an extra long episode. I'm sure you're not complaining because you got extra stuff today, but a lot happened. So I'm really interested to hear what y'all have to think in the comments. Again, just be aware, I may not always take your ideas and suggestions, but I love hearing them because it does still make me think of things that I may not have thought of. All right, y'all, I hope you liked this episode, and if you did, make sure you give the like button a tickle and a poke. Subscribe to join our family if you haven't already, and if you have, thank you so much. Make sure to jingle the bell so you're notified of Teo's episodes, and don't forget to click the follow me link in the description down below. That way you can get to all of my socials, including Discord and Twitch, where I go live every week. I love you guys. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next week for more of The Lost Brother with Teo.